Hello buddy, I'm assassinghost and welcome to my channel. In this video, which is a part of our Kotlin basics course, we're going to take a look at null safety operator and also how you can take input from the user. So basically in this video we will do all that, but before that I would like to let you know that this video has been brought to you by Honey. Honey is a free Chrome extension which automatically find and apply coupon codes when you shop online. You stop searching for coupon code in sales, click on the Honey button during checkout and Honey will automatically apply coupon codes to your shopping cart. Just click the link given in the description down below to learn more. So now let's go ahead and begin. I'll start the ID, I'll go to source, I'll click on new, I'll create a new Kotlin file/class and I'll name it something like null and press OK. So now we have our null.kd file, and basically let's just go ahead and define our main function, which is going to be fun main with the arguments array with the data type string. So basically in this video we're going to talk about two things. This is question mark, which is known as the null safety operator, and oh no, we don't need that. Actually I'm going to comment it out basically. Okay, and the second one which we're going to discuss is double exclamation mark, which is not null. Basically it's the not null operator. Operator R-A-T-O-R. So basically let's just go ahead and take a look at it. So if you want to create a new variable, let's just say variable x with the colon and the data type int, and if you want to assign a value, let's just say null. So as you can see, it will give you an error. It will say null cannot be a value of a non-null type integer. So basically what it means is that you cannot pass a value of null unless the data type is of null type. So let's just go ahead and create our integer, which is currently a normal integer. It's not null type. So all you need to do is just add a question mark, and once you add a question mark to your variable, it will convert it to a null type integer, which means now you can store null values in your integer. Okay, now let's just go ahead and take a look at how you can actually get input from the user. So before getting an input from the user, we need to display a message, something like, let's just say enter a number. Okay, enter a number, and now we will define a variable. Let's just say var and name it something other than x because we already have x. So I'm going to name it y. I'll add a colon and I will define the data type int, and I'll name it equals to. Now this is our usual part, variable y with the data type int. Now this is a part where we usually add a value, but since we don't know what the user can input, we need to add a variable known as read line. So basically this is a function, okay, and it is used to accept input from the user, but by default it only accepts input in the form of string. This is your default input. But as you can see, we want an integer. So all we need to do is just go here, add a dot, and add something like to int. Now let's review our code. Variable y with the type integer, and we have to get a input from the user, which will be string because readline by default gets only string. So we need a integer type of input, so we need to convert the response from the user, which we will get from the readline function, to int. We want an input from the user, so it shouldn't be null. We want an input from the user, so it shouldn't be null. So just to make sure that it shouldn't be null, what we need to do is we need to add the double exclamation after the read line. Basically, toInt is also a function, readline is also a function, and the functions have parentheses, which will be something like these. So if you take a look from all the functions, so for example, this is a main function, and it start with a parentheses, end with a parentheses, and we give arguments inside this parentheses. In the same way, since readline is also a function, we need to add parentheses. toInt is also a function, so we needed to add a parentheses. So in this case, the functions should have a parentheses. Now, going to the next step of our program, we defined a variable x, and we converted our integer to null type integer. We added a value null, and then we printed a message to say enter a number. Then we created a new variable y with the type int. We gave the function readline with not null because we want an input from the user, so it shouldn't be null. So we are going to use the not null operator, which is going to say that it shouldn't be null. And since readline gives a string by default, we need to convert it to int. Now let's go ahead and println our variable y, and just go ahead and run it. So as you can see, it's asking me for input. Let's just go ahead and enter something like 10. So the first part, which is print, enter a number, and then this is a read line with not null operator, and we converted it to int. So basically we inputted a number and then we printed our variable. So in this video we learned how to use the null safety operator, also the not null operator, along with how to get input from the user. If you like this video, please leave a like or subscribe to the channel so you can follow up with all the future videos. Be sure to hit the bell button, bell icon or bell button, whatever it is, for the notifications, and be sure to check our sponsor for the video, Honey. As always, thanks for watching.